Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. So it's the beginning of a new week, and if you're new here, my name's Gemma and me and my fiance James run a reselling business selling vintage and luxury items on various different platforms, including our Vinted store, eBay store, Shopify and Depop. So as I said, it's the beginning of a new week and we've actually had quite a good start to our new week. So we've actually just made 2 sales on our website. So if you do know anything a little bit about running a business, it's always a little bit trickier to get sales through your own website. It's always easier to kind of get sales through platforms that have already got traffic, so like Vinted, Depop and everything. So so last week we made our first sale on eBay, so that was really exciting. And then today we've already made sales on our website, but obviously they're very rare compared to like our other online stores. So we've actually sold 2 items to the same person. So so we're just about to package those up and get them sent off. So I'll just quickly show you what it was that we sold and and just take you along on what we got up to for the rest of this week. So this is the first item that we sold. So it's a vintage Penn State reversible jacket. So I'll just kind of lift it up a little bit in the light so you can see the colour of it. So it's navy blue, got like a sort of cream lining and things like that, and it's got the Penn State logo just there on the chest, and as I said, it's reversible, so you can actually wear it blue, wear it the dark blue colour, or you can actually wear it like flip it out and wear it with the cream on the outside. And as you can see there, it's got all the logos and all the stitching and everything that's on the outside on the inside, so you can wear it both ways, and it's got pockets on both sides and the zip can be flipped round and everything like that. So yeah, really unique piece. Really happy to have sold this because it's a really good thick jacket, perfect for winter. It's got a hood and everything as well. So the other piece we sold was this vintage Adidas sweatshirt, so like a V-neck sweatshirt. It's actually like a sort of khaki olive green colour with grey detail, and it's got grey stripes on the sleeves and obviously the grey logo on it. So that's 2 pieces that we've sold, so we're just about to pack them up, try and fit them in the same package and then get those sent off. So it's a couple of days since we last caught up with you. I think the last thing we were doing is we were, I'm trying to remember what we were actually doing a couple of days ago. It was the beginning of the week and I think we weren't relisting things. I remember now, we'd sent off a couple of pieces that we'd managed to sell through our website. So that was really exciting. So so since we last caught up, we've actually managed to sell one of our luxury pieces on Depop. Bit of a kind of late last minute sale last night, and the guy who'd ordered it was asking if we could very kindly send out as soon as possible. So we actually managed to get it sent out last night, so we're kind of quickly packaging it up, sending it out. So it was actually the Stone Island cord shacket, so I'll just let you see that just kind of here, just so you could see what it looked like. So that's all been sent off, and so hopefully he's really happy with that. It's a really nice piece. It's perfect for autumn and winter because it's a nice beige colour and it's cord, and I just think anything cord is great for, you know, autumn, winter, coming into the warmer months, good layering piece. So today we're actually going to be doing just a couple of little errands in town, so we're just going to run into town. I think you'll have seen as well on Monday we had a little bit of a date night. We went to this restaurant called Chez Jules, which is a really nice French restaurant in town, and they do really nice like steak and chips or steak frites, and the gravy or the sauce that they have with the steak is lovely. So we had something to eat and things there, went out for a couple of drinks on Monday night, so that was really nice. And then so that's kind of what we've been up to the last few days. So what we're actually going to do is, we noticed that the person who bought the 2 pieces from our website is actually a returning customer. So they have actually already bought from our website before, because I recognise the name, and it's the same person. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. He's actually come back to buy more things from us. So I think what we're going to try and do for not just for him, but for also any other customers who've bought from us on Depop and Vinted or eBay, is we want to try and encourage them to try and like return obviously to us, but maybe use our website. So I thought what we could do is come up with a little discount code and maybe even write it on the back of the little business cards that we're putting in with the parcels, so that you know, if they want to shop with us again, they get so much % off. So we're going to look at setting that up so that we can put a little discount in with their purchases. I also thought it might be a nice idea to try and get around a way of sending it maybe as a message through Vinted or Depop, but without obviously getting flagged, because even just kind of saying to them, look, keep an eye out in your parcel, there'll be a little, you know, a little thank you kind of thing, just so that they know to look out for it. 'Cause I think a lot of people take the thing out the bag and then the wee card goes missing. So yeah, so I just thought that'd be a nice little way to kind of like hopefully get a little bit more business from people, more return customers, and also a nice little thank you for people that have already, you know, purchased from us. Again, so it's a couple of days later since we caught up. So I think the last time that we spoke to you, we just sold a couple of pieces on our website and was packaging and sending that off, and we went into town, did a few little errands. We ended up ordering a new couch for our living room. So the property that we've moved into has got quite a big living room. It's an older property, so it's got quite big rooms. And the couch that we've got just now, I mean, it's a beautiful couch. It's blue velvet. I'll just kind of flip you around so you can see it just now. So that's it there. So it's like a blue velvet, dark blue velvet kind of chaise, with a chaise and everything. Really nice couch, really comfortable, and obviously looks really good in the room. So yeah, we've kind of felt like since moving in here, it's just that little bit too small for the both of us. So as you know, it's only got one kind of chaise bit to put your feet on, and it's not it's not very deep. So when I'm sitting on it with my feet up, because I like putting my feet up, my knees are always kind of hanging off a little bit. So we have been thinking about getting a new couch for quite a while, and obviously one that actually kind of fills the room a bit more, because this room is quite big, so it's almost like it looks a bit small in this room. So we're now getting a new couch delivered on Monday, which is the day after tomorrow. So tomorrow we have decided to keep this couch because it's a sofa bed, and we're actually going to be clearing out our box room, which is currently used for storage just now, which I'll show you in a little second. We're going to be tidying that up, rearranging things in the flat so we can get the couch in there, use it as like a spare room, and then obviously our new couch will come in the living room. So that is the plan, will be the plan for tomorrow. And then the rest of that day, we actually went to the cinema. So I've seen little clips of us going to the cinema called the Dominion, which has got a new like screen set up, and it's one of those cinemas that has all the really comfortable couches, reclining chairs and things like that. And it's really cool, so it's quite like it's like an art deco like sort of themed cinema. So yeah, so that's kind of what we've been up to the last couple of days. So today, I'm actually just going to quickly show you as well when I show you the box room. I've actually been ordering fabrics. I think I've mentioned in past vlogs about how we got our sewing machine and how the plan was to make potentially little things out of vintage or repurposed fabrics. So I've actually been sourcing some vintage fabrics on Vinted and found some really nice beautiful fabrics, and I'm actually going to have a go at making a puffer patchwork jacket. So the plan is to make it for myself first, because I think, you know, that's always a good way to sort of start when you're trying things out, is make it for yourself, see if you're happy with it, with how it turns out, with wearing it and things like that, and then maybe eventually go on to repurpose fabrics and things to make other things that we could potentially sell. So I'll quickly show you the fabric that I've ordered, because the theme is, or the kind of colour scheme I was going for was very like autumnal colours. Even though it is coming to the middle of October, it's something that I think you could definitely wear through autumn, winter. And to be honest with you, for me, all the way through autumn and winter. I quite like wearing browns and dark reds and things like that anyway. And as you can see here, we've got our little pumpkin light up just now as well for Halloween. And yeah, and then I think we've also got a pumpkin which we're going to carve next week. So if you like all that kind of stuff as well, kind of mixed into our video for the week, you'll see some sort of Halloween-y kind of pumpkin carving stuff next week as well. So this is currently our box room at the moment. So as you can see here, it's very full of stuff. We've got Chester just walking in just now. However, I feel like a lot of these boxes and things, we can definitely move these elsewhere. And then, as I said, we'll get that sofa bed in here. I think it should just fit. I'm just looking at the length of it now. I'm really hoping it fits. I might measure it just to be totally sure. But I actually also got this as well. I don't know if I mentioned about how we've been renovating our flat. So this is a fireplace that we're hopefully going to try and get put into our old fireplace at some point. So these are some of the fabrics that I've managed to source from Vinted. So here we've got some brown cord, some like dark red burgundy cord. So I thought those would be nice to kind of break up the patterns. Also managed to source this kind of like orange floral pattern, which I thought would be perfect for, you know, autumn winter kind of colour scheme. Then I also managed to source this floral fabric, which is more of like a ditzy, smaller floral fabric, which I think would look really nice together with these. And then got a couple in this folder here. So these are actually a bunch of different fabrics that I managed to source. So I thought I could use this one, which is like the orange roses with a little bit of the leaves and things in the background. And then also this nice dark red one. I thought that would tie in really nicely with the dark red cord. So this is the kind of colour scheme that I'm kind of thinking for like a puffer jacket, patchwork puffer jacket. So it's like dark red, bit of brown. I've got Chester being nosy as well. And then obviously the kind of rusty orange kind of colours. And then, because I'm going to also make another one for like spring, summer, but like not a puffer jacket, like a more lightweight jacket. And I sourced this beautiful fabric as well. So it's kind of like a floral with like satin in between, like a bit of lace. So very, very pretty. So I thought that'd be perfect for making like a little summery lightweight jacket. Yeah, so if you're keen on seeing how I go about trying out making things out of reclaimed vintage fabrics, make sure and stay tuned because I'm going to start going towards doing that next week. Yeah, so I think the last time I sort of checked in with you as well and mentioned that we were thinking of ways to try and get repeat customers. So yes, I thought I'd kind of share just like overall some of the things that we do to try and either encourage people to buy from us or you know, we get repeat customers, because we have actually tried a few different things. So one of the things that we do when we are listing things on Vinted and Depop and eBay is we do obviously send out offers, like, you know, like what anybody does, but we also send out a little message as well. So a little message is kind of saying, you know, like, we've sent you an offer, or see that you're interested in this item, we can get it sent out tomorrow, just let us know if you've got any questions. And I do actually feel that because we've sent a message along with an offer, that you do get a little bit more interaction from people, and we have actually had a few sales off the back of those messages. So that's something I definitely recommend doing if you are reselling on the likes of Vinted or Depop and things like that. Another thing that we found, which obviously has been really helpful for, I think, getting repeat customers or people just sort of being a bit more aware of who we are, is to put in business cards with our packages. Again, I think we've shared this before. We went and got business cards printed with all our information on it, so like our website, our email address, our Instagram, things like that, and we put those in all of our packages so that people know that we're not just on that platform they found us on. And as I said before, we have actually set up a discount code on our website. So we've got a Shopify website, so it's really easy. We've set up a discount code so that so we're going to actually give that discount code to customers. We're going to write it on the back of the little business card, kind of just saying thank you, and then a little note to the buyer, and then obviously send it in the parcel to try and encourage people to not only buy from us, but to buy from us on our website. Because one of the things that I noticed, especially when I was getting some of the fabric sent to me, and I'll kind of show you some little clips of how it was packaged, is the fabric that was packaged really nicely and had like a little thank you note and things like that. That really stuck in my mind, and I thought, you know what, if that is how I feel when I receive a really nicely packaged item that's got a little note, and you know what I mean, you really remember who you bought it from. Obviously other people are going to feel that way as well. So I think they've mentioned before about getting new packaging, so because right now we send our items in the little parcel bags, so yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to look into getting some nicer packaging, and then send in a little business card with a little thank you note on the back with a little discount code that they can then use on the website, because yeah, those little personal touches I think will just make such a difference to return customers. And then another thing that I think is really good about, you know, that you could do to kind of encourage people to buy from you is something like this YouTube channel. So obviously we do have an Instagram and things like that, however I feel like on Instagram you don't build up the same amount of a community or relationship like through online with potential customers, or even just with people who are interested in you, because on Instagram all the content you're sharing is very short, it's very quick, sometimes it might just be images so you're not actually talking to them, whereas if somebody actually chooses to sit and watch your YouTube video, it's obviously a longer video, they're more invested in, like, you know, they're more interested in you, they're more invested in listening to you. And when we were looking at our analytics actually for our Shopify website, we figured out that people have actually been watching our YouTube videos and have clicked through to our website, which, you know, I think is just amazing, because obviously our YouTube channel is really new, our videos don't have an awful lot of views at the moment, so even the fact that people are clicking through is amazing. So yes, I definitely recommend something like this that would
Hello.
that would encourage people. You smell really nice.
Thanks.
What is that you're wearing?
Black Orchid.
Black Orchids. It's a nice scent. So yes, I definitely recommend something that's a little bit more long lasting if you are one to use like social media and things like that to promote your business. But yes, I mean, we've tried out TikTok, we've tried out Instagram, we've tried out YouTube, and another thing that I found is that YouTube is the one that we've stuck with. That's the one that we've been the most consistent with. So if that's something that you would like to, you know, hear more about, or hear about our experiences of using all the different platforms to promote our business, then, you know, let us know in the comments. We can definitely talk about a bit more about that, or even make a video about it, because I do find it really interesting, because yeah, I think it just depends on your business which you know, type of marketing platform works best for you. So yeah, I think that's all the things that we've been kind of trying out recently to try and kind of get repeat customers. So sending out business cards, definitely sending out messages to people who are interested in your items, and even just good communication. So like sending out a message to let them know that your item's on its way, sending out a message to maybe check if they've received it, if they've maybe it's been delivered and they've not like accepted the order, or it's not been picked up yet. You know, basically just checking in with your customers. I think that goes a long way. So definitely good communication. As I said, business cards with a discount code, and yeah, I think the thing that we're going to now try and incorporate is slightly nicer packaging, just so that it feels a little bit more premium, a little bit more personal and things as well. And yeah, so it's always just like little things that we're trying out, just to try and make our business that little bit better and just like improve it, like sort of like step by step. So I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up this week's video. So if you found this video interesting or useful, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye! You gonna say bye, James?
Bye.
I'm hoping he's in shot there.